Hello, everyone.
Hey everybody,
Hello, Steven. How are you going, mate?
I'm going well. It's like 1:10 a.m. at the moment. Late
Yes.
night
So,
podcast.
are you ready for our first official podcast of
Yeah,
the
I'm ready
Steven and
for our
Wallen
very
show?
first podcast. Not sure how it's gonna turn out. I mean, like this is kind of your dream, right? So I'm just here to support you.
My dream. Are you serious? I thought it's your dream, but
Well,
anyway.
no, my dream was like different, wasn't it?
Okay.
Like I thought that we were gonna do the I don't know, like maybe submit an application for us to do the Amazing Race together, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if they do it anymore in Australia.
That would be fun.
So
Let's just go back a little bit. Let's just introduce ourselves, who we are, where we are, what we do. You want to take it away, mate?
So, everybody, my name is Steven. I'm currently working as a lawyer in Brisbane, Australia. And how did we meet, Wallen? We met like maybe around 2015 or even before that.
I thought
Yeah,
you
it
were
was
gonna
through,
answer all those questions for
no,
me.
it was like through a mutual friend. And I think like the moment we met, I think we hit it off like
Wait,
really
was that
pretty
the anime
quickly.
convention?
No, it was not the anime convention. It was, like, before that. I think, like, I was going to the gym, with a friend, and then
Oh,
you
okay.
and the other friend happened to be there, and,
But
like,
we
the
didn't
other friend
talk,
introduced
right?
us. No, we did. Well, I think we had some sort of interaction. We waved it to each other.
Yeah, I remember like when the first time we talked was at the anime convention. This is my
Yeah,
memory
maybe it
anyway.
was at the anime convention when we,
Yeah.
like, spoke properly, you know?
Yeah, like had an actual conversation,
Yeah,
a
had an
meaningful
actual
conversation.
conversation. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you dressed up for the anime convention, but I didn't.
I think I did, or maybe I can't remember.
I think you had something on, but it
I'm
was,
sure
like,
our mutual friend would have some photo that she'll send it through to us,
yeah,
like,
I think you
yeah.
tried to dress up, but it was, like, kind of, like, shoddy, but then
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
good.
that's
Well,
what I remember.
I'm similar to Steven. I'm working a law firm in Brisbane, and I'm also a solicitor. And yeah, I've been living on the Gold Coast for quite some time. Yeah, that's pretty much my story and how we met.
So,
Yeah. So
Wallen, why did you
go
wanna
ahead.
do the podcast?
Why do I want to do the podcast? That is a really good question. Well, I mean, as far as I know, there's not many Asian podcaster on the Gold Coast or Brisbane. So I think just wanted to give it a go with you, my good friend, Stephen Ha. I think we can,
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh.
have some interesting topics to talk about as a migrant living in Australia.
I'm the migrant or you're the migrant?
We're both migrants, right?
Okay, well, alright, sure.
I arrived here when I was maybe 12. When did you get here?
I came here when I was, like, probably, like, 14 years ago now.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I grew up here, and did my high school here, and it was very different back then to now. Just I mean, the high school that I went to in my whole grade, I think we only had like from my memories like 3 Asian in the whole grade. So it's very different now. And basically there's no such thing as Asian culture. I mean, back in the days. I mean, I don't want to say my age, but I'm in my 30s. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
Right.
yeah.
Sure you are. So,
Go
like,
ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
Asian culture, what do you mean there was no Asian culture? Like, do you mean there
Like,
was no Asian
okay.
representation in your schools? I mean, like, there must
Oh,
have been
good.
a lot of Asian restaurants around.
Good question. So, what I mean by Asian culture, so things like how like okay, if you're talking about the Gold Coast, right? Because we both well, we used to live in the Gold Coast, but I still do live in the Gold Coast. So in Southport, there'll be there's Chinatown. There's a lot of Chinese grocery. That there weren't many of that like 15 years ago. Things like just food like there were food but it's very the taste was a bit more western, but now because a lot of more like multicultural, a lot of more migrant, so the taste has been changed to more of like a migrant
So it's
taste,
been more like westernized.
where previously it was more western. Now
It's
it's
more
going back
authentic, is what you're
authentic,
saying.
it's going back to its root. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying
Mhm.
it's either
Yeah.
the restaurants are appealing more to the Asians who are here,
Mhm.
or their standards have just increased.
I guess competition just like rises the level of the food quality. So there's more competition, there's more migrant people got to compete, they got to do better. They got to improve their their services, their products and everything basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
things like even at school. So like when I talk to people about anime, they're like, what is anime? Like they don't know. Like I mean, yeah, they might like Dragon Ball Z, but that's about it. But they don't know like the kind of like the anime that I watched back in the days.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
surprised you were able to watch anime back in the day. Like, I mean,
they have
what
Cheese TV, but yeah. Anyway, it's
right.
called Cheese. Yeah, anyway, go ahead. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as in you watched it on the TV and
yeah,
not
I
a
did.
computer.
Yeah, but and also I watch on the computer as well. So, but
Okay. It
and
would have been
also
hard to watch it on a computer, wouldn't
I remember you they used to have like Blockbuster, and then they you can rent like
but
those
yes,
anime
yes,
like
you
they'll
could
have some
hire it
anime from
out.
time to time, and but
Those were the
it's
days, wasn't
yeah,
it?
and
Yeah.
but it wasn't like a topic that we kind of discuss or just have a chat at school. Well, on the Gold Coast anyway. Maybe in Sydney and your bigger city, it's a bit different. But like the
Mm.
school that I went to, there were people interested in like the Asian culture, but not like now. Where the topic that we're going to talk about today is
So
like
were
K-pop.
were
Yeah,
people really curious as to where you
yeah,
came from?
yeah,
And
yeah.
did they ask questions or did they not really care?
What you mean to me?
To you?
Like, I mean, throughout my high school, well, I didn't know today was going to be about me, but okay. So throughout high school, pretty much like I had to be tough, I guess. Like, I mean, if you ask, was I bullied? Yes, 100%. Like, I mean, I used to get called like illegal immigrants. Like, it's just, but it built like street smart. It just built that toughness, and like I didn't mind at all. And I look at it in hindsight, I think it did good for me. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, because like like when you're kids, man, like it's just people will find something that is different, and
Mhm.
they'll use that against you. And obviously me being Asian, and it's like the only like three Asian in the whole entire grade, then of course they're going to use that against me. And I'm very vocal and very aggressive, so I wouldn't back down. I still have like a scar here, like on my hand, because
What
I, I
happened?
I fought someone over like a handball square. Do you know what a handball is? Like a handball game?
No, what is it?
Oh god, it's really hard. It's like we have like four square, and then basically everyone is in that square, and it's like a you use a tennis ball, and it's like a tennis game using your hand basically. And long story short was that I kind of set a pause on my square, so no one is allowed to go into my square. So I,
Yes.
I went and just get some water. Then I came back, and this like big like fat guys came in, and it's like, oh, you left for some water break, and I'm like, no, I called pause, like frozen. I think its term was like frozen, and they're like, no, you left, and I'm like, and I just got angry. I pushed him, he pushed me, took a right swing, bang. Like he actually just fall. Like when your adrenaline is like that fast, you
Yeah.
see everything in slow motion. And I still remember it. He just like, and he
You
fell
fell
like
to the
really hard to
ground,
the
and he was
ground.
a huge person.
Yeah. And then the funny thing is, everyone was just like shocked because they could just see blood just dripping from my
Dripping out
hand.
off your
Yeah, like
hand.
from my hand. Because and they asked me like because I had friends around me as well.
Was
They're
it
like they
bursting
ran
out
up
of
to
your
me.
hand?
Yeah,
Sorry, I just need to know, like, was the blood just, like,
dripping, like dripping.
dripping off of your
Yeah.
hand?
And
Okay.
then all my mates, well, are you okay? Are you okay? And then I was like, I
They
was
were
just
more
pumped.
concerned for you, were
Yeah,
they?
adrenaline, because that guy was down, but I was just pumped, but I was, like, the bleeding one, I was just, like, bleeding,
Oh
and
my
then I'm
god.
just like I told this kid, I was like, "Get up, mate, just get up, like, I'm ready, like, come on, like, let's go, let's go." It's so funny.
But was this a
Yeah,
person who, was bullying you regularly or not really?
I can't remember, but I don't think he had a liking for me.
You took the first swing, did you?
I took the first swing, and
Wow.
then it was really funny because what happened was that obviously the teacher came. I had to go to the principal office, and then the principal asked about the story, and then everyone backed me up. So he was actually in the wrong, and he was just trying to like push around the little guy. I was like a little Asian guy, like like maybe half his size, like literally half his
Really?
size. Yeah,
So
and
who got punished in the end?
well, the principal was just, I mean, after I saw the principal, he just asked me to go see, like, I think
The
I
nurse.
had to go to a GP just around the corner to see if I need to get like stitches or X-ray because it was a big cut. It was like a really big open cut because
Wow. We need a
my
close-up
hand
of
like
that.
it hooked his teeth, so it's caught like his front. Yeah,
Okay, so basically his teeth ripped through your skin, and that's why you were
exactly,
bleeding.
exactly.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever told you this story. Hey, no.
You have not told me the
Yeah,
story. I don't know why you haven't told me.
I know, I know. I think you know everything about me except for this story.
Well, now I know, don't
Yeah, yeah.
I?
So
But what
like,
was the
go ahead.
punishment? What was the punishment?
Nothing.
So you took the first move, you punched him,
There
and
was
you
no
got
punishment.
off
I,
scot-free.
I I went to the school the next day, and then the principal was like, everyone said that you didn't start the fight. It was because it was like pushing, like you don't know. And I just said I was just trying to defend myself. Can't remember
Right.
exactly. It's a blur. and I know that I hit him.
Okay, but
Yeah.
did the other guy get punished?
No, no one got punished because but most of my friend, they said that Wallen did not cause the fight, and I think that's the justification for it. Yeah,
Okay, alright,
yeah.
and how was your relationship with this guy
Oh my, after
afterwards?
that it was respect. Like we know we're not friends, but we respected each other because he know that I'm not backing down, and I took
Okay,
him
so
down.
it's still kind of surface level. It's not like you guys became friends afterwards.
I think he invited me to like go. I mean, back in the days, go watch a movie with him, but I'm like, no, I'm too lazy or something. But they were trying to
Okay,
like. I
that
think
was
he's
nice.
trying to be my friend, but I was like, no, man, it's just no. I don't need that. But there was respect, so there was respect after that.
Okay, alright, so
Yeah,
at least it was a good outcome.
yeah. It was. I think I'm like. I mean, what everyone normally says, right? It's like the only way to like fight a bully is that you just gotta like stick up for yourself. I think, and that's what I did,
Mm,
and I think that's what I've been doing throughout my life. Really, it's
okay,
like
good for you. At least it's not violence nowadays, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you've been here for how long? Like 10 years in Australia?
No, I said 14 years.
14 years. Sorry. So, like, have you seen like the changes in the last 14 years on the Gold
I mean,
Coast or
I've
Brisbane
seen
or?
changes in the demographic landscape. I mean, I
Hmm.
didn't do my high school or
Hmm.
primary school here, but definitely there's been more and more of an Asian presence. There,
Hmm.
like you can see like more Asian people, more
Hmm.
Asian businesses, like restaurants and other types of businesses, more representation, like even in the political world as well. So I think it's great, especially since Australia is an immigrant country. If
Hmm.
we don't speak for ourselves, nobody else will.
Yeah, like that's so true. And like I said, sometimes you just gotta like just stick up for yourself, and there's nothing more to it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. But what I was what I wanted to know as well, let's just go back to you and like doing school here and stuff. So what made you or your parents move to the Gold Coast in the first place?
Oh
Because
man, that's a really
why
good question.
why did they not go to somewhere else like Sydney or Melbourne or even Brisbane? Because like there would be more Asians over there, wouldn't they?
Wow, I did not know there's going to be like a history on Wallen. But okay, so initially we did arrive in Sydney. So moving from Thailand, it was it was many years ago. It was just after the
So
financial
now the viewers know
crash.
you're from Thailand. Okay,
I mean,
good job.
it's all good. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
happy to share that. So
Yes.
yeah, it was just after the Asian financial collapse. So I moved to Sydney first. We spent a year there roughly. My dad just didn't like the people that I was hanging out in Sydney. Like some of the kids that I was hanging out, and like the Thai community in Sydney back in the day, it wasn't like this now as well. I mean, actually, I'm not sure if I should be saying this, but it's like a lot of the community, they were into like gangs and a bit of drugs, in that community anyway, the one that we were hanging out. So we were actually just driving to Brisbane on a holiday just to visit our friend, and then our car broke down on the Gold Coast. It was a coincidence. And then my parents were like, oh, Gold Coast is pretty cool. Like, you got the beaches, you got the hinterland, like I mean, everything is still pretty like fresh and new. I think could do some business here. And like that's that. Yeah. And that's
And
why
then
I'm
they
here.
decided to stay
Yeah, and they
after that.
decided to stay.
Okay, so, like, how long was it, like, from that point until you guys moved to the
I
Gold
think like
Coast?
6 months. Like my dad
6
really
months.
liked the Gold Coast. I mean,
Wow,
from my
that was
memory
pretty
anyway.
fast. That was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
fast.
Things just move like fast. Like yeah,
And did you like the Gold Coast, or did you actually like Sydney better?
I can't remember to be honest, but I'm glad that I grew up on the Gold Coast.
Really?
Yeah,
How come?
people might say like Gold Coast is so boring. Everything's expensive. There's no good food. But
Yeah, a
I
little
mean,
bit.
I
Yeah.
think that's. I mean, people on the Gold Coast think we have the best food in the world, but people coming to the Gold Coast, it's the opposite, right? Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe
yeah,
they've stayed on the Gold Coast their whole lives.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I can see it, both sides, but I really enjoy the Gold Coast. Yeah.
Okay, alright. You
Yeah.
enjoy the lifestyle or
Oh, definitely. When I was in
the
Thailand, I
people?
went to like, I mean, are we comparing Gold Coast to Thailand or Gold Coast to Sydney or?
Yeah, other cities in Australia.
Yeah. So when I was in Thailand, I went to, I think, is it a Christian or a Catholic? I think it could have been a Catholic school. Yeah. It's a religious school. I'm not sure if it was a Christian or Catholic, but it's called Assumption in Thailand. And
Okay.
basically it's very strict. So long story short is that I had to get up at like 5 a.m. I have to be because the traffic in Thailand is just horrendous, and I have to
Wow.
basically I had a driver, so the driver took me to the school, and basically I had to get there at like 7:30. and I had to have like breakfast in the car. You know, it was just like 2 hour like commute. It was just ridiculous, and it's just so tiring every freaking day. You know, and
I'm
you,
impressed that you have a driver, to be
and and
honest.
and you know how like Asian like schooling is like so after school you don't actually stop studying, you have to go to cram school and that. So when I
Yeah.
moved to Australia, I'm just like, oh my god, this is so freaking chill, I don't have to do
And were all
anything.
the subjects easier in
Yeah,
Australia?
and like all you do after school is just walk home, because back when I lived in Sydney, you can just walk to the school, and I'm like, oh my god, like it's like 5 minutes, I can get up like half an hour before I go to school.
That must have
It's
been a
just
180-degree change.
yeah, it was, and that's why I loved it. I mean, I did miss my friends and family, because I had a big family and many friends. Yeah, and but that's about it really. Yeah.
Okay,
So
sounds like
so
it was a good experience and it turned out pretty well.
I mean, I am here and I met you, right? My one of my
Yeah.
best friends,
Aren't
Steven.
you lucky?
Yes,
Aren't
I
you
am.
lucky?
Even though we had our fights, we had our moment, my
Yeah,
frenemy,
I mean, like,
like
yeah, the viewers don't know what happened
yeah.
off
The
camera.
Oh, I'm sure some people that will be watching this, they know our history, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they're actually being civil
I
on the
can't believe
camera in
they're
front of the
actually
camera."
doing this. I mean, of course, we have to be civil on camera, right?
If they actually know the real us, like, "Oh my
Yeah,
goodness."
they'll be like, "Wow, they're so fake."
Yeah. No, I don't think fake is the right term.
Oh
Anyway,
my
so should
gosh.
we just, move along and
Yeah,
get to our
let's move
first.
on. Yeah, so
I
what
mean,
other things?
sorry. Let's pause it there. Did you
Yeah,
want
you
to
go.
add anything about your background? Because I feel like the last 10 minutes is all about me. Did you want to
No,
say
I think the
anything?
viewers wanna know about you, like, maybe we
No.
can talk about me in another episode, you know?
No, no, happy to talk about you now. It's our first
No, like,
one.
I mean, like,
It's more like get to
if
know.
we were to talk about me, it would take, like, maybe 10 episodes, right?
Okay, well,
So,
we can just condense that. Let's just make it a nutshell.
why
So,
don't you ask me some
okay,
questions?
I will. That's what I'm gonna do. So, what? So, let's say when you arrive in Australia, like was there a cultural shock? Like, I
I
mean,
mean, there were a lot of culture shocks.
how old were you when you arrived? If you don't mind me asking, like,
Well, when I arrived, I was, like, around 18 years old
okay,
at
so
that
so
time,
just
and I only
so
came
it's
for
uni, was it?
university.
Okay, yep,
Yeah,
and
and I was staying in the university dorms,
mhm,
so at least I wasn't that far from university, and,
okay,
like, there were, people around that I could, talk to or speak to if I had any, problems. But I guess, like, one of the biggest culture shocks when I first arrived in Australia was the food, because as an Asian, like, we really care about our food, and like, when I first arrived in Australia, the food
mhm,
was just very plain and very bland. I mean, like, I'm
mm,
not sure if it was because I was eating the food that was in the cafeteria at uni,
mm,
or if, like, I was just, like, in the wrong area. But then as I branched out and visited other areas of the Gold Coast, I found that, okay, yeah, maybe the standards here are probably, like, not that high, and it
quick
was just,
question.
like, harder to find good food around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you had a
has
question?
the food gone better, like in the last 13,
I mean,
14
like, to be
years?
honest, like, there's still a long way to go.
A long way to go.
There's still a long way to go, but
Okay.
definitely the food is better because there's more options now, and like you said,
Mhm.
there's more competition between the restaurants now. There's more Asian people, there's more Asian businesses, so of course, like, the standards are gonna be a bit higher than how it was 15 years ago.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I agree with
and I'm
that.
not sure how the food is now back at uni, but I hope it's way better now for the sake of the Asian students there.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Bond should watch this podcast and
Okay,
just
well, they didn't know it was Bond before, but now that you've said it, now they know it's
damn.
Bond.
Sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, we both went to Bond. Yeah, different time, but we both went to Bond. Yeah.
Yeah, different
Yeah.
time.
Did you like the uni? Actually, I liked it. I thought it was
I
pretty
mean,
good.
I like the
Yeah.
university experience. Like,
Yeah. Me
there were a
too.
lot of good memories there. It's a smaller type of university, so you get to know more people at a deeper and more intimate level. Yeah, and they
Definitely.
have a lot of clubs and societies, which I was deeply involved in, but that's for another day.
Another episode. That'll take
That's for
hours.
another
No, but
episode. Yeah.
there's actually a lot of similarity between us. Because I guess you were the president of your club, and I was the president of my club at Bond, and we both won multiple
I was
awards at
president
Bond.
of a few clubs.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
for a few club, and I was
Yeah.
a president of only one
Of
club,
a
but
club.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
of a club, yeah, a club. Yeah, well, there's still some similarity. Okay, okay. I'm not saying I mean, I'm better than you. You are better than me. I'll tell the viewer that
Okay, well,
now.
nobody
Okay,
was saying that, but
it's
okay.
okay. It's all good, Steven. It's all you, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
thank
give you
you.
your flowers, mate. Yeah, it's all good.
Right, sure.
Anyway, so I mean, since graduating from uni, like what has happened? Like what are you doing? Like I mean, the thing is that the thing we're doing a podcast. I feel like just focusing on Asian culture in the southeast southeast Queensland community. So I
I
mean,
feel like
what
Asian
go ahead.
culture is really getting more and more prevalent in
Mm-hmm.
the Australian community in general, I would say. And I feel like the influence is getting stronger and stronger. I mean, of course, like the development and growth and spread of K-pop,
Mm,
and then there's also like the rise and influence of Japanese culture as well. Like seriously,
definitely.
like there's always a friend who is always in Japan at all times,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I'm surprised they have like a direct flight to Japan, like on the Gold Coast, like a very small city.
Okay, do they still do those? I thought they canceled those.
Is this Brisbane? Is it
Yeah,
Brisbane?
Brisbane,
Okay,
Brisbane.
Brisbane. But
Yeah,
they
yeah,
used to have
Brisbane
it
has a
on
direct
Gold
flight
Coast. They used to have a
to
Gold Coast.
Tokyo, and I
Yeah,
think they also do direct flights to Osaka as well.
yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry, it's
I
Brisbane then.
think.
Yeah, but Brisbane and Gold Coast is like an hour difference, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
they used to have direct flights from the Gold Coast. Yeah,
yeah,
but not anymore.
yeah. No, but I agree with you. Like, it's just like when I talk I mean, like kids now in high school or when they're just coming out of high school, like you can see that like it's. I mean, there's a lot of Asian influence in 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 their school now. When I say influence, like Asian students as well, and like I mean, you can see like even like Korean makeup or Japanese, like facial product. Like
Yeah,
there's no such thing
Japanese
before.
products.
Yeah, like it's just there's no such thing like when when I was growing up, you can't buy these things, and now like like in the in this small shopping center, you see like one of those like pop up like
Well, I
Korean
definitely think
cosmetic
that
shop,
yeah,
yeah,
I definitely think
everywhere.
that the Asian food section is getting bigger in our local supermarkets, like
Like
Woolies and
yeah,
Coles.
and like that Woolies has like sushi section now. I mean, have you been
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
those?
yeah. A
Yeah,
lot of these did not exist back then, like 14
yeah.
years ago when I first
Like
arrived.
Tavern has like Asian food, and I'm like, are you freaking serious?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like definitely the increase in the Asian population in
Hmm.
Australia in general,
Hmm.
and also like the like how Asian culture is becoming more widespread
Hmm.
generally, like
Hmm.
through like you said, like Asian products, Asian
Hmm.
TV shows or
Hmm.
movies.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more popular.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Anyway, so talking about Asian movies,
Hmm.
Asian culture. So I think today we're
We're
gonna
not gonna
talk.
talk about Squid Game because everyone's watched Squid Game.
Yeah, yes. I mean, honestly, I did not enjoy the last season. I thought it was pretty
Really? No,
rubbish.
I thought it was
The
really.
first was just the best, and full stop. The rest was just like,
No, I mean, like, the 3rd season was, like, really
mhm.
heart-wrenching, and, oh, it was really sad, we're not gonna do any spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched
Yeah,
it, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
I
No,
doubt that many people haven't watched it yet.
yeah. I think the whole entire like community has watched, Squid Game. Anyway, so today we're gonna talk about what like K-pop Demon
Came
Hunters.
up Demon Hunters, yes,
You
it was.
actually made me watch it just before coming on to our
Bro,
first
no, I mean,
podcast.
like, you kind of wanted to watch it yourself, right? I mean, you're a bit late
I
for the
did.
party,
Yeah,
I mean, like, more
I
than a
am
month
late to them.
late, but, yeah, I wanted to ask you, so, like, after watching K-pop Demon Hunters, what did you think?
Oh my goodness, like I just can't believe an anime is made out of like I mean, I think it's a copy from like maybe the group called Blackpink. So I'm just thinking like they turned Blackpink into a singer fighting demon, which is pretty cool. I thought. I mean, what do you think? I thought it was pretty cool. The movie itself, it's let me share the screen with the viewer.
You
Give me a
don't
sec.
sound really impressed.
I'm okay. It's like I prefer like a more like traditional Japanese anime,
Okay,
but
well, I
yeah,
don't think this is an anime though. This is like a
yeah,
animated movie.
it is an animated movie. So I'm just gonna share this
Animated.
animated. Like like yeah. So anyway, oops, yeah. So this is what it is. K-pop Demon Hunter. It's the cast is pretty well cast. Like a lot of well
Yeah,
known
lots of well-known.
actor and
Yeah,
actress. Let's see. I heard it made a lot of money. I mean, I had a quick
yeah,
read
probably
somewhere.
did.
Yeah, 7.7 in
Well, that's a pretty
IMDb.
good score.
That is a pretty good score. That's like yeah. Is it true though? I was just talking to my girlfriend earlier, and she said that they wanted to make like a live action of
A
this.
live action. Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Okay, I think this one is possible though.
Yeah,
What do
they
you
could
think?
probably do that, but I feel like
Yeah.
they would probably need a lot of CGI in there if they're fighting demons.
Yeah, but I think they can pull that off with the right
Yeah,
budget.
no,
Yeah.
they probably could. Yeah, or they could just do more animated movies. I think that would probably work as well. I
But
mean,
yeah.
initially I was a bit skeptical because I thought this was like a movie for kids. It was actually like pretty good because like the songs were like of good quality, but
My
because
goodness, the
like
song was good.
the songs were actually good and they had like K-pop elements in there as well,
Well,
which I
like I
thought
said,
was really different. Yeah, so they really put a lot of
I
heart
thought
and
it
thought into it.
100%. I thought it was like Blackpink animated and fighting demons, and that's what I thought. Like, I don't know if they based this character on Blackpink. If the viewer don't know who Blackpink is, probably been living under the
I
rock.
think everyone knows who.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought it was like an animated Blackpink fighting demons.
Yeah.
It reminds me a bit like have you seen anime called Macross? Have you ever heard of it?
No, what
It's
is
like
it?
okay, let me try to. Okay, so what it is that it's like a robot. You know Gundam, right?
Gundam, yeah.
Gundam. So it's like a similar. It's like a robot fighting, the galaxy, fighting peace, but they use song like
Yes.
to fight the other side, basically. So they're singing, and basically the song that they're singing calms the other side down, or like make the other side lower their level, and then that's how they fight through singing, basically. Which
Right.
is pretty good. It's like Macross. I'm
Okay.
sure
How
the
long
viewer
ago
can
was
explain
this
this better.
show?
No, they have they always release like new version of Macross. I think
Right,
it's been
right.
ongoing since the 80s or the 90s, but they always have been releasing like new version of it. It's just like Gundam, so many different variation of
Was
it.
that one of your favorite shows?
It wasn't my favorite, but I reckon they probably got a lot of the ideas of that. Yeah, from the K-pop Demon Hunter. So people just don't think that this is original. I mean, it has been done. Yeah,
It has been done before. You
it
don't
has
think
been
it's
done.
that original?
Well, I mean, using song to protect something, or to like the theme is like the song protects the demon from coming out, right? So
Yeah.
Cross is like using the song to pretty much destroy the other side. So it's like
Well, I
similar
guess,
theme.
like, why this movie attracted so much attention is because probably nobody has ever done an animated movie that's
Mhm.
related to K-pop before. Yeah, I can't think of one animated movie.
I mean, I've only gone back to anime very recently because I've just been really busy at work. But in recent time, I'm trying to just
Yeah, but anime is
yeah,
different from
animated.
animated
Yeah, okay, yeah,
movies.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I don't I can't recall anything. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, let's go back to the movie. So, what did you think was your favorite part, or who was your favorite character?
The song, the
Golden,
second
is
last
it?
song.
The
Sorry.
second last song.
Yeah. It's called Golden, is it?
Is it the one with the high notes?
It's about like breaking free, and then
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, some people do like that one, but
That was
like,
my favorite. It just like it fits in the theme, and yeah, so it fits in with the theme, and also I just thought that the animation for that song was really really well done, especially at the very end. How like the main character, I think is Rumi, she was like flying through the skies, and then like doing all those dance jumping move, and then she was singing, and then everything was going golden, and then I thought it just the song was just really
it really
well
fits
placed,
the
well
theme.
timed. Yeah.
Okay, okay. What do
What
you
about
think of
you?
the
What
what did
what
you
was your thought?
the boys?
I think that actually remind me of BTS.
Do they?
Yeah, I mean, do you reckon they remind you of
I
BTS?
mean, yeah, maybe a little bit, but I
Mhm.
mean, like, they were unique. I mean, they spoke English. Although I feel like Jinu, the main, the main
The main
character,
guy, yeah.
yeah, the main
He's
character
the
from the
typical
Soldier Boys.
Korean.
Yeah, I think he was the only one doing the talking. Like all of the other members, probably like I don't remember them saying anything, or maybe
Mm,
they did, but it wasn't like that memorable.
mm.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I mean, like the songs that they performed were like pretty good as well. The first song,
They're all good. They're all like great actually. Like I thought
yeah, they all
is well
have like
written. The vocal were good.
they all have signatures from K-pop.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
said, I thought it was just Blackpink. Yeah, animated. Yeah, because I mean I've heard about it, but I was just thinking it's a kids show. Like, but
that's what
after
I thought
watching
in
it
the
today,
beginning
it
as
was pretty
well.
good.
But
And
apparently it has a really wide reach as well. Like some
it
people that I thought would not watch the movie have watched the movie and actually liked it.
Yeah, funny that you say that because I actually went out having just some drinks with my mate yesterday, and he actually mentioned the movie, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm actually gonna watch it tomorrow because I'm going on this podcast with a
And you
friend,"
didn't and you
and then
didn't think that your friend would watch it?
yeah, because he my friend said that his kids asked him to watch it with her, and he did, and then he was like, "Oh, it was really good," and then Wallen might like this, and then when after I mean, we were having dinner, he was telling
Why
me
would they
about
think
it.
that you would like it?
Yeah, I mean, and I thought it was good. It was just it's just one of those because like for me, a movie is just to like relieve stress. So I don't want to watch like very stressful movie, and this is just fits it fits it perfectly. So I'm just watching,
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
relaxing.
like, the storyline could have been
Yeah,
better, but, like, it was good. I
and like
mean,
I
it
said,
was
it's
good.
it's it's one of those movies I just like watch, you enjoy it, just don't think
Yeah, you
anything
enjoy
of it,
it,
and
you
that's it. Yeah.
enjoy the songs, the characters,
Mm.
yeah, and it also, like, kind of it's kind of relevant to, like, Asian people as well, like, something that we
Yeah.
can relate to. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think that's like that is time for us because I think we wanted to keep the podcast in or around 30-minute mark. I mean, I just want to like let's say edit with the viewer, just some feedback, how we go.
Feedback, like, how did we go, and, like, what
Yeah.
would you like to hear us talk about?
Yes, and not just hear us talk, but like, do you want to like a guest? I mean, eventually, if this thing picks up, we're gonna have like proper like maybe like a mini studio, and we'll have a sit down with guests. But for now, we can only the resources that we have, we could only do virtual, and maybe we can get like a guest on as a virtual guest as well. Like you want interesting guests, good looking guests, like celebrity
Good-looking
guests.
guests.
Can you
We
go
are
find
open
some
to
for me?
ideas.
Yeah, open to ideas. Can you go find some like, is there any K-pop on the Gold Coast or like any good-looking
Yeah, it's gonna
young
be
men
hard.
or
It's
women?
challenging.
It's
I would say
challenging.
no I would say no.
Hey, what about our mate, our physio mate, Gary?
Yeah, yeah,
He's
I mean,
pretty
like,
good looking. I think
yeah, we could
he just
consider
got
some
married, but
friends.
he's
Yeah,
very good.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see. What about your friend, Max?
Yeah, again, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Are
see.
you
I
in
mean, like,
charge of?
there can be different guests, right?
Definitely,
Yeah, we'll see how we
definitely.
go.
Yeah, I mean, like we will obviously we'll invite other people to join the conversation, but let us know what you want.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Well, thank you, and hopefully you enjoy this episode. Goodbye.
Catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.